Hey, what's up everybody? Morph here. Today on Arknights Endfield, I'm gonna teach you guys or share with you guys my complete end game guide to Arknights Endfield. This will tackle everything from leveling up your characters, how to manage your resource, and what are we gonna use our characters for, and what end game we might be getting in the future. Pretty damn soon we are getting more end game on February 12th. Alright, with that all said, let's get into it. At the moment at Arknights Endfield, there are two main things that you should be focusing on in the game. Number one is getting your elemental team ready for whatever endgame content we're going to have in the future. So that means leveling up and progressing your characters. But to do this, you're going to focus on the second thing that you should be focusing on in the game, managing your resource. Yep, this is all about character progression and resource management, factory stuff, all of that, everything in the game, all the currencies we will tackle in this one video. So hit that like, subscribe, give me some love because this took a lot of time and effort to make. Okay, so how do we level up our characters? I mean, I'm pretty sure you know the basics, right? Click this thing, hit the level up. Let's just use Saihi for an example. Click this thing, hit the level up, click the plus sign, and it will automatically pick out what you need to use, and then hit upgrade, and then bang! You got yourself a level 80 character, because she's 60 right now. But I will not be doing that just yet because I am not sure if I want to stay cryo team or if I want to change element. So it's still kind of early in the game, so you can, if depending on your pulls, depending on what characters you pull, you can change elemental teams. So I still like cryo, but I'm not too sure yet. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit difficult in the game because you only have enough free currency, free materials to maybe level up one character to level 90 and then a few of your sub characters to level 80. I can most likely level these guys up to 80, all of them. I think maybe two of them, and then I'm out of resource. I have to start playing the end game of the game. Whew. So yeah, the game is very generous with the materials, but it will only give you one hyper carry to 90. And with that one level hyper carried character to 90, you then have to tackle a bunch of the end game. If you go on over to the index, here is a list of all the activities that you can be doing. You can do protocol spaces, which is upgrade materials. This is ascension material, by the way, for getting past level 60, level 80, level 90. The what do you call it? Proto sets? Proto disc? Proto set is the purple one. You will be needing to do this, and you will need to use your sanity in order to do this. There you go, proto sets right there. So you can do this if you want to level up your characters. Also, this is for skill up currency, the T credits if ever you run out. This one for character XP. If you want to accelerate the character XP gain, you might need to do these ones. Again, you can change the option and get the higher quality ones. This is for level 60 to 90. Same thing with the proto set. You can change the reward to proto sets. So if you need that, you're gonna have to use this. So this is one of the end games that you do. Likewise for the weapons, it's the same thing. Weapon XP materials, you might need to be doing this. But at the moment, I believe with exploration, you should have enough for maybe 3 characters, at least for the XP wise, to maybe reach about 80 to 90. Right? So you don't need to do these two too much, but you will in the future if you want another elemental team. What you do need to focus on is Recrisis and Crisis drills. Recrisis is basically doing the boss fight over again. There are 3 bosses. This guy, the fat boy. Then this one, the triangle boss. This triangle boss. And then you got the girl. This one's pretty cool. This boss right here. You repeat it, and when you reach level 3 or the final level that is available for this activity, I think for this one it's level 4, you will deep dive and use up 120 of your sanity. That's a lot. For these first ones, you don't need sanity, but you can only have one-time rewards. On the fourth one, it's a repeatable one that gives you upgrade materials, specifically this one right here, Meta Diastema Photo Mission Tube. So depending on the character, the material that you're going to need to upgrade them varies. So for some characters, it's this one. Other characters, these are for skills. Other characters might need something else like nanoflakes or other resources. So you're going to probably do other bosses. I have not reached level 3 on this one, but you can see here the resource is different. And here the resource is different as well. And you also get nanoflakes. So you have an option. You could do these bosses and spend 120. If you are strong enough, this is a pretty tough boss fight. I have not attempted this one yet because I do know it is pretty difficult. And I don't think my cryo team is ready yet. However, you can do these ones, the crisis drills, for pinpointed material farming. So this one, you can see it right here. The picture of the material or the progression material is right here. So if you want to focus on nanoflakes, which I needed for last rite, you gotta do this one. I also need this for my weapon upgrade, so I might do this one in the future. This one only costs about 80, and initially it will give you it's gonna give you 3 every time. It's a fixed, sorry, the first time you do it, it's 3, and then the standard reward is about 6 pieces of this nanoflake, and you stand a chance of getting like random ones like this. But it is random. Sometimes you don't get anything extra, sometimes you do get something extra, and when you do get something extra, it's a good thing. So yeah, rare progress materials will be needed for upgrading your characters. Not only that, you will be also needing to go around the map gathering these nodes right here, because these materials are also needed for upgrading your characters. So managing and going around the map, getting these rare gathering nodes is important. You should also be getting the ones for low levels, because if you want another elemental team, you're going to need to use these as well. Whew, there is a lot to do. I'm telling you, there is so much that you need to grind with so little sanity. So you kind of have to plan things out. You can't just be like, all right, I'm doing all this, bing, bang, bang, boom, and then bang, you're out of sanity for a long time, because sanity takes forever to return. In my opinion, they should boost up the sanity regen. That's my very good opinion. All right, so there is that. Right, so outside of those materials to upgrade your character's level, skill, and weapon, there are other things that give you power in the game. Let's talk about the gear. Actually, before we talk about the gear, let's talk about something else first. We'll do the gear after this. My bad, guys. Okay, we'll talk about essences. Essences, flawless essence. This one, it should be the last one on your agenda. You should get your gear first, and then get your character's level to 90, 80, and then you focus on this item right here, because getting this requires sanity, and there is a very important material that you're gonna need, or currency that you're gonna need, to alleviate or make the grind of this thing easier. Because without engraving tickets, this is gonna be an absolute hell. So before you tackle essences, I suggest just finding the purple ones around the map when you fight enemy bosses and slot those purple ones in. And then we focus on the essence later. Okay, so don't be too worried about this. I will tackle it on this video, but it's going to be on a later portion of the video. All right, so essences will be talked about, but later on. Whew, okay. Next up, and the last thing before we move to more factory related stuff, is the armor, because you're gonna need the factory to be able to craft the armor. That's why I wanted to talk about this last. All right, so the armor sets in the game. If you go around exploring the map, you'll find the blueprints to these armor pieces that you can get. As you can see, I have full gold armor sets. It's fairly easy to do as long as you have the factory set up correctly. 3-piece set to get the set bonus, and then you need a very good 4th piece that has good stats related to your character's set. So in order to get gold armor pieces, you're gonna have to, well, first let's take a look at what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some stock bills for wooling, specifically 8,000 per piece to craft 1. That's a lot, especially in the beginning. It will be a lot, but as you could progress later on, this thing becomes minuscule. It's not too bad. 8,000 for 1 is small. But what you do need a lot of is Serenite component. 50 for 1 piece. And yeah, there are other blueprints that you can unlock that is not found while exploring. You can only unlock these if you level up your bunny guy. If you go to stock redistribution, you can find those blueprints right here. At the moment, I don't need any of them, so I didn't buy them. Although I can if I want to, but I don't want to. Alright, so we finally made it. This is the factory portion of the video, the resource management part of the video, the second endgame in the game that you should be doing and managing. Let's get into it. Alright, so we talked about the gold armor pieces. You're gonna need this setup right here. Don't worry, I do have all the armor guides, all the factory guides on my channel. If you want, check out my channel, follow the guides over there, how to make your factory better. But I do challenge everybody to engage with the factory building in the game. It's actually pretty fun, it's decent, it's like Factorio. It's a nice little niche endgame if you ask me. That's worth your time. Okay, so yeah. So this unit will produce your Serenite component, and once you have your Serenite component, you can then go to your gear assembly, select the one that you want to craft. Let's say I want to craft this one. I use some of my stock bills. That's 8,000. Not bad. And bang, there you go. I have a gold armor piece. Okay, so that's how you get your gold armor pieces. Now that most of the progression or character progression stuff has been talked about, there's one more that we're going to need to go back to in the middle of this video. It's time to do the resource management part. Okay, so this leads us back into the factory. Your factory is your life. This is going to be your sustaining source of stock bills. And you're not just going to be saving your stock bills, you're going to be spending your stock bills. You're going to be spending them a lot. There's a lot of things that you have to spend on. And your wooling one has to be set up perfectly in being able to provide a bigger base source of stock bills. Factories is just the base of where you're getting your stock bill riches, where you're getting your money from. There are other things in the game that you can do to increase your stock bills, and that's what we're going to be talking about. To talk more about the resource management part and the rest of the end game the game has to offer, I'm gonna leave it to my little friend who has a little bit more of a scripted video section of this video. So this is the end of my free-flowing state of explaining stuff. So I'm gonna leave it to our little friend. Let's just say that you're done setting up your factory, either using blueprints online from my channel or from someone else, or you did it yourself. Good job if you did. It's finally time to sell the goods that you made there. So go to the Outpost management and start selling those items or materials or whatever it is that you made, and sell it for more stock bills. This is the foundation of how to make your stock bill empire grow. You need to make your factory. So outside of your factory, there are other modes that you can do to gain more stock bills. This is the depot node. It's basically another job in the game. This is most likely the job you're avoiding in America because America has Amazon. You don't want to be an Amazon worker, maybe. But if you are, that's okay. But yeah, you're going to be a delivery person for Amazon or UPS. Once you get the delivery, do not get hit. You cannot teleport to where you have to go. You have to run there and get your reward. Bang. More stock builds. Bills. Blah, blah, blah. But your UPS job doesn't end there. You can also get more job listings on that same depot node. You just have to click refresh a couple of times. You want to get the ones in Wuling. And if you're lucky enough to snipe it out, you gotta be fast. Click it right away. There you go, you got it. You now have to deliver it once again. Alright, now that we have it, I highly suggest that you take the time to set up your zip lines in the game. I know it is a little bit of an annoying task to do. It's like setting up those mining rigs, you know, the drills, but setting up your zip lines will make deliveries easier. Also, when you're harvesting for the rare materials, it makes it quicker to do if you have zip lines. It's well worth your time. It's a nice little thing to do too, and when you're on the zip line, you can really truly appreciate the beauty of the game. I mean, just take a look at this. Right through that cave, into this zip line, onto the next zip line. If I were to run that without zip lines, guys, it would take me probably an extra 5 minutes. Not even lying, it cuts it down by a lot. So set up those zip lines. Another stock bill making activity in the game is the environment monitoring terminal. I don't have any gameplay footage of this, but you get a lot of stock bills from this as well. All those things can be done daily for more stock bills, but now it's time to learn how to multiply your stock bills by up to 2 to 3, sometimes even 5 times. You do this by going to Elastine Goods. You saw it on the video. Buy it when it's cheap. The lowest was 900, it's at 1.3 at high of 3,000. So this is okay, I'd buy this. Bang, all my stock bills are gone. Oh no! Now you're thinking, do I wait and sell when the market goes up? No, just go to your friend's place and see who is buying it more than the local. At the moment, merchants buying it at 245% more. If you don't have any friends, it's not a problem. Randoms will invite you. Just accept their invite and then use them to sell your goods. Alright, there you go. You can see that I'm gaining 128% of what I put in. So more than double the amount of my expense is what I will gain once I sell it all to merchant. Ironically, his name is Merchant. Kinda cool. There you go. Now that we have all these bills, it's finally time to spend it. So you go to the rabbit guy, upgrade him to max, and this will unlock engraving tickets, at least the ones for Valley 4. Use this for your essence grinding, the one we talked about earlier. Right? It's very expensive, and there is a FOMO mechanic because it is a weekly recurring item. Buy it out before the weekends. Much like the rabbit guy in Valley 4, we have one in Wuling. Upgrade him to max level 2. That unlocks Artificing permits as well as engraving permits. Just like in Valley 4, you can get them here for the Wuling specific Alluvium energy events. So here we go. You need this. Very important, expensive item. You're gonna need this for armor artificing to make your armor stronger. Now that we have our engraving permit, it's time to use it and get our essence. There are several stages that you can get essence from. You have to get the one specifically for the weapon that you have. My Cravenger is here on the Rhino guy. I'm checking the other ones. Oh, I can get Exemplar on the other one as well. Yeah, so there are specific essences that drop in specific places. Cravenger I can get again in the Wuling stage. I decide to go for the Rhino guy. Once you click this, click it, go to view, teleport to the area near the activity. Alright, now once here, activate the activity. Select the stats that you're gonna want to get for your essence. This will limit what you're gonna receive. If you don't have an engraving ticket, you cannot use this function right here. So I highly suggest you get the stat, your main attribute, limited to the 3 that you want, and then leave your secondary stat. Leave it to completely random gacha chance. It's a little hard to get the perfect one. And I highly suggest for the skill stat to put the one for your weapon specifically. Once done, all you gotta do is now click start and then do the activity. This activity is actually really fun with a lot of mods and a nice little end boss at the end. Really fun content, kinda hard to do if you don't have a proper team. Alright, once you beat the boss, just claim the reward. It's gonna use up 80 of your sanity and your engraving ticket. Hit claim and there are your rewards. Some flawless essences, 3 gold ones, not the one I want, not the one I want, and not the one I want, but at least this will be used to upgrade my current essences. To upgrade your essence, simply go to your weapon, go to essence, then etch essence, then select the one that you want to upgrade. This time I want to do attack boost because it's still pretty low. I select a random gold essence that isn't very nice, that I think doesn't do anything, so I select this one. It's a very high chance to upgrade, and it upgraded. There you go. It does get harder to upgrade over time. The more you upgrade, now it's high, it will get harder and harder to do. Now it's time to talk about armor upgrading or artificing. Go to the armor assembly, click artificing, select the armor piece that you want to upgrade, then the stat, then sacrifice an armor piece that you made. It's easy to do, easy to get, but what is hard to get is the artificing token there in the bottom. Click that and it worked, but you need to do that 7 more times because it's only 5 out of 12 for the stat to be increased. Takes a lot of time and resource. Since we're in Dijang, we might as well talk about Dijang. To upgrade Dijang, you're gonna have to go to all the owls getting your recycling station stuff. I just call them owls. Go to all the owls and get the necessary materials needed to upgrade your ship. So just go there, hit gather, and there you have it, aerospace material. Now while in the ship, there are several rooms that are very important. This one is the control nexus. You use this to upgrade the trust of your characters. Next is the reception room. This is more for your credits. This is where you're gonna get a lot of credits that you're gonna use to buy a lot of very important materials on the credit shop. Once you get all the clues assembled, you can then exchange it for a lot of credits. Again, if you have friends, this activity will be a lot easier to complete because they can send you clues if you have them, or you can send clues to your friends and also get credits while giving them away. So I'm looking for people there. That's my moderator right there. Gave him some clues. I got 40 for my trouble, and I couldn't find anybody else, so I gave it to this guy. I got 40 again for my trouble. We also have 2 cabins that are used to make weapon and character XP parts. So this one's making character XP, the other one's making weapon. You can use assist from friends that will increase production and skip the production time basically. There we go, I used this assist and I got 5 more upgrades. We also have a schedule 1 room for those rare overworld materials to grow. Now let's talk about the store, specifically the credit store. We get 300 daily credits for free, and we get even more credits from Dijang. Use this credits to buy single pieces of really useful materials. Next, the bond quota exchange. You get this from 6-star pulls and 5-star pulls. You want to buy chartered headhunting permits with this currency. AIC quota, you get this from 4-star pulls. You get some really useful character building, weapon building materials. Very good. This one is a whale shop. You most likely won't engage with this one. Don't worry about it. And of course, the arsenal exchange. So yeah, those are the stores, all having their own purposes. Now let's talk about the only endgame in the game right now, Etchspace Salvage. This is basically like the Arc Raiders extraction shooter type of mode. You go in, you need to get certain number of resources for missions, turn it in here to upgrade your bag or whatever stats you have in this mode, as well as gaining some pull materials in the process. While within this space, you have a set limit time in here because you will go deranged if you don't. So any activity that you do here, anything you claim, when you like loot stuff, when you break stuff, it gives you more derangement, which shortens your time here. So if you want to complete the puzzle part, unlocking the stage more, you might want to do a run wherein you're trying to break the puzzle and not loot anything. Like this one, that's a key that unlocks a part of the door. You need 3 more in order to break through this red door and expand the space, basically explore more. In this space, you will find these ore looking things. You have to break them in order to gather the material you need for your pole currency. So I forgot what you call these things, but basically it adds a lot of derangement, and you need those nodules or modules or whatever ojules they are to upgrade and get your pole currency. You need 50,000 in total, so you might be doing this activity for a long time. Not only are there these node thingies, but there are also those containers. Like here, I'm gonna go down and loot one, which you'll need to loot from in order to do the quest that upgrade, I think, your derangement level and your backpack space. But getting too much of it, see, I'm in danger now. I only have 100 more seconds in this space, and I decide to jump off a ledge. Yeah, for some reason you're also draining you're draining 3 per second, so I don't even have 100 seconds. And I fall again! But yeah, that's basically this mode. You have to break the puzzle, break the door, expand, go further. As you go further, the level gets harder, the enemies get stronger. So this is the beginning part, that's why they are very weak. They are only level 35. I see another key thingy. I want to get the key thing. Oh, I accidentally... There are chests here, by the way. There are chests here for more pole currency. I opened the door. I want to open this one door so that I don't have to open it later. I made it. Let's go. Now we're about to get transported out of there because we reach our derangement level. Here we see our nodules that we got, plus 210. And those are the manifests that we need for the quest thing. There you go. With all that said and done, you've tried to level up your character. You've tried to beat the current hardest bosses in the game, hardest farms in the game. You've done the Etchspace. What is next for us? Well, here's a little calendar that I was able to find online on what's to come. So let's start off with the polls, shall we? What banners we're getting. So on February 7th, we are getting Gilberta, or I like to call her Gibraltar. So Gibraltar, we are getting her. Yeah, Gibraltar from Apex. Yep, she's coming on February 7th. And we're getting Yvonne on February 24th. But what events are we getting on top of the ones that we got? Do we have any endgame coming? We got this Carly's... What is this? iCarly? What the hell? Carly's Fairy Tale of the Valley event. It's a camera picture taking event that we're going to be able to do on February 7th. Also, we have a glittering life at Wuling. It's another event coming on the 7th. We are also getting a Delver of the Cryptic puzzle solving event on February 24. And on March 2, we are getting a Sanity discount event. I am most likely looking forward to the Sanity discount event. Looks like this is where we'll be able to use a lot of our... I mean, you might save your potions for this one, maybe, I don't know, but you'll be able to do a lot of things because Sanity is going to cost less. But here is the big one. As you can see here, Etchspace Salvage event is here right now, 0122, January 22. Below it, we get the Umbral Monumental Etching Challenge event, meaning to say it is Endgame. It's coming on February 12. We're also getting Those Forsaken by the Land on February 12. I don't know if this is a story thing right here on the bottom, but it could be even more endgame. And then on February 26, we are getting the Inorganic Construct, another another, not character, another event, another endgame thing, more stuff to do because we want to do more things in the game. But right now, like I said, it's a preparatory time in the game. It's time for you to level. It's time for you to make your teams. It's time for you to find the better self in the game. For me, it's Last Ride. Who is it for you? Is it Gibraltar? Alright, that's it for this video. I hope it helped you out. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Was it a good job? Did I do a good job explaining stuff? Are there things that I missed? What are you looking forward to in the future of the game? The game is looking good. It looks like I have been converted to an Arknights Endfield player. Whew. Like and sub, guys. Hit that sub! That's it for this video. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you all on the next video. Peace. Yeah.